39 past 8 o'clock. David Cassidy was one of the hottest teen idols of the 1970s. He starred in the TV series The Partridge Family. As a pop singer, he sold millions of albums worldwide, and he often caused pandemonium and hysteria among fans when he performed in concert. David Cassidy dropped out of the music business in the mid-1970s, but he's back now on the comeback trail. He's just completed a month-long concert tour of Great Britain, and as Greg Dobbs of ABC News reports, David Cassidy still has a way with the song.
This tune-up is a run-up to a comeback in America.
This is the last kiss.
David Cassidy's rehearsing and performing here, from backwater places like Stoke-on-Trent to London's Royal Albert Hall, to see if he still has it and fans still want it. Evidently, he does, and so do they. Already, here in Britain, this song's gone gold. To quote Cassidy himself, talent survives. And so, at the age of 35, did the innocent qualities that made him a teenage heartthrob in the first place.
Si's gorgeous. He's got everything, isn't he? He's got everything going for him. He's got a sexy bum.
A sexy bum?
There's never been anybody as good as him, has there? So we've just been waiting for him to come back.
Thousands here have been waiting for a man who, with his looks and voice and innocence, has provoked mass hysteria in 2 different decades.
Say, isn't he cute? The cool and loose. They knocking him dead. He said it's gone to his head. What do you expect from a small-town American boy like me? And I'm a rock and roll. And I'm a rock and roll. And I'm a rock and roll star. When I'm a rock and roll. When I'm a rock and roll. When I'm a rock and roll star.
Yes, David Cassidy is, again, a rock and roll star. Even though, a decade ago, he quit, thinking his image as a teenage, or as one fan put it, a tween-age idol, was a bad rap. This time, at least, he knows what to expect. Steve?
Greg, thank you. Gee, I thought it was David Hartman there for a second. It's 42 past 8 o'clock, and we'll go live to London, where Joan will talk with David Cassidy after this.
It is now 8:44. As we've just seen, David Cassidy has very successfully returned to pop music after a 10-year absence. He is joining us now from London, where he has just wound up a month-long tour of Great Britain, and good morning to you.
Good morning.
All right.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Retiring at the age of 25 from the music business. After 10 years, what made you come back?
In the back of in my heart and in my head, I knew I would always come back to.
How nervous were you coming back up there on stage after 10 years?
It was more than nerves. It was a question of, for me, it was anxiety. And I just couldn't wait to embrace it. And the way they embraced me, it was great.
So once you were on stage, though, was it all okay?
It was beyond okay. If you saw that little clip of footage, last night at the Albert Hall was one of the highest moments of my life. It was absolutely incredible.
All right. We obviously all just saw that. One of the things that used to happen, I mean, you used to create hysteria in the crowds. And I know that was one of the things that scared you a little bit, and one of the reasons why you left it. We saw it again there last night. How do you feel about that?
Yeah. Well, I think it was always very difficult for me to overcome the stigma of being a teen idol or being a scream artist. And I never thought of myself as that. And when I walked out on the stage for the first time, going back a couple of years now, it was a very, very bizarre thing. For me, I was always just a regular guy, and to suddenly to be in that situation, I always used to say I wished every man could stand in my shoes and could experience that kind of an exchange. Last night for me was the culmination of 10 years of waiting for that again, and it was unbelievable.
You say you wish every man could stand in your shoes, and yet at the time that you left the business, you said it was because of burnout. It was just, you just couldn't handle it, that the idea of having 2,000 people standing at your gate all the time was just too much. You spent 9 months, I'm told, practically a recluse alone in one room of your mansion. What did you learn about yourself as you sat there thinking?
Where are you getting all this stuff from? That's all true. That's all true.
It's all true, huh?
It's all true, yeah. I think I just was robbed of my own identity. I think trying to live up to the image of being David Cassidy, as opposed to just, as I was talking about before, just being a guy. I was just an actor and a singer. And it was a very, very difficult thing to do. I think because of all the merchandising and all of the hype, you know, coming through 5 years of that and the touring and everything, you don't come out of it the same.
Yeah.
So if that's an answer to your question.
Sounds like you kind of feel a little bit more comfortable with yourself today. You've released this album over there. When will we get it here in the United States?
Well, I hope in the new year. I'm coming back to the United States
will you tour?
Next week.